Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Super here, and I'm bringing you guys a real life story. And I'm gonna do this one in a vlog format. See how it, if you guys enjoy it more than me just talking over a gameplay. I feel like it might be a little bit more personal, I guess. But I apologize if I look like crap. But I just woke up and I went out yesterday or last night, and I have the biggest fucking hangover that I think I've ever gotten. So I apologize for that. And that's the reason I actually wanted to tell you guys two little mini short stories of me getting lost while being drunk. And I definitely don't recommend you guys ever drink this much to where this happens. This only has happened a couple times, and one of them was when I first started going out to clubs and bars, and the other one was a couple weeks ago actually. And that night was just for some reason we drank a little bit way too much. So I guess I don't want to go. I don't want to have this vlog be too long. So I guess I'll kind of shorten the stories. The first one was when I had first started going out with friends to to clubs and to bars. I had been in a 5 year relationship before this, and I wouldn't really go out to any to any bars or clubs or any parties whatsoever because I was really into the girl that I was with. I was kind of boring before or when I was in this relationship. So, once I started going out to clubs, meeting people, and just meeting new people, talking to the girls, and all that stuff. I got really, I don't want to say addicted, but I just wanted to keep going out and going out and going out. I guess when you're in a 5 year relationship, that's what happens when you just get your first like taste of hooking up with different people and stuff like that. So I think this was like within the first 2 months. Went to a club that my friend knew. He knew the bartender, so the bartender was gonna get us in for free, and he was gonna get us free drinks and just pack it with alcohol. And this actually is kind of the same as the second story, which I'm gonna tell after this one. We didn't drink that much before we went out to the club, but once we got to the club, man, this guy was really, I don't know if he was having fun or he just wanted to completely messes up or what, but he kept getting us drinks and shots. I don't know. Yeah, we drank vodka that night. He kept giving us vodka Red Bulls, vodka shots, and before we knew it, like an hour into the club, I was completely fucked up. Like I don't even remember how much we drank because of course we're having fun, we're talking to people, dancing. So I don't remember how much I actually drank, but an hour into the club, I just felt like the rooms were spinning and shit. So I sat down for a little bit. I wasn't feeling the club anymore. I felt sick, and I left the club like an hour before it closed. And instead of getting a taxi like a regular person would, for some stupid reason, I started walking up. I was kind of hungry actually, so I went to this pizza place that me and my friend go to, or used to go to a lot. After we would go to a club or a bar to get something to eat. So I went to this pizza place. I ordered like a slice of pizza with jalapenos, which is a fucking mistake if you are, if you feel like throwing up or something because getting those jalapenos like in your stomach and then throwing them back was really bad. So I got that. It didn't last too long. Like 2 minutes after I finished the pizza, I threw it up. I think inside the diner, I don't think they saw it, and I felt like complete shit the next morning because I threw up there and just left. Um, I left my phone there. I had actually texted one of my friends, telling him, help me, I'm lost." And they got really worried the next day. I got chewed out by that friend later on or the next day because I texted, "Help, help, help, I'm lost," because that's the first time that I've ever gotten lost while drunk. And my friend had moved into a new place, so I didn't really know where I was at. So I left the phone in the diner, walked back to my friend's house. It took me about an hour to walk to his house because I kind of memorized where he was staying at and what streets. And I have no clue how I actually found his house again because, like I said, I was really drunk. So it felt like shit was spinning all over the place. And, I left my phone in the diner. It was a really good phone. Like, I liked the phone, I had a lot of contacts there. And I lost the phone, and I called the pizza place the next day, and they said they didn't have the phone. So either someone took it, or they just kept it for themselves. But it kind of sucked that I lost the phone. But that was the first time that I had ever gotten lost while drunk. threw up in a diner, lost my phone, walked to my friend's house for an hour, and yeah, it was pretty bad that time. So now the second time, which happened a couple weeks ago, kind of the same thing. We like a lot of times we try to go to clubs or bars that our friends work at because they either give us drinks for free or they lower the price on the drinks. Plus, they pack them up, like I said, with a lot of alcohol, so they're a lot stronger. You get more bang for your buck, I guess. And we went to this club that our friend was bartending at, and this was way different because this time we got completely wasted before we even left the house to go to the club because I have no idea why. It was just one of those nights where you just you don't notice how much you're drinking before you head out. And my friend gave me two vodka cranberries, and then I had brought a bottle of Patron. So me and my other friend kind of felt like drinking some shots. And before we knew it, we had finished the like a medium sized Patron bottle. It's just me and him. And mixing alcohol is just the worst thing you could do because first of all, you're gonna get incredibly fucked up, and you're gonna get the nastiest hangover the next day. Um, so once we left my friend's house to actually go to the club, the cold air hit me, and it's like if the all the alcohol that I drank that night just hit me at once because I almost fell to the ground. Um, and as soon as I felt the cold breeze, like I said, I'm like, I am fucked up, and I really don't remember too much of the night. And the worst thing is that once we got to the club, we got it for free and all that good stuff. Once we got to the club, our friend made us in the deals, which, if you guys don't know, it's one of the strongest drinks that you could get in a club or bar. And after that, like, I don't remember too much of being in the club. The last thing I remember is leaving the club at 1 a.m. For some reason, I have no clue why I leave clubs really early when I'm like just gone. Something must have happened. This wasn't one of those like nights where I leave early and then I hook up with a girl. No, this was just a failure of a night. Um, like I said, I left the club early. We actually had an after party that we are gonna go to afterwards, which my friends went to, and my other friend that got really drunk had to be carried into the hotel room. And as soon as he got in, he started throwing up. So that was his little fail mini fail story. And me, as far as I go, I left the club. I remember sitting down next to like some benches next to the club for about 10 minutes because I was trying to, gather myself. Like, I just had no clue what was going on. I got into a taxi. I gave him directions. I don't know what directions I gave him because all I remember is just driving and driving and driving. And then my stomach started to hurt. I started wanting to throw up. So I threw up in the fucking taxi. I got really lucky that the taxi driver didn't beat my ass that night because taxi drivers hate when you throw up in their taxis. I gave him a little bit of extra money and he cleaned it off and he dropped me somewhere. He just left me. He told me get the fuck out of my taxi, and he just left me in the street, which I had no clue where I was at. So thinking that I was walking to my friend's house, I was actually walking in the complete opposite direction. For I probably walked a couple of miles. I walked like an hour and a half in the opposite direction of my friend's house, thinking I was going to his house. And I texted my friend a couple times. He showed me the text the next morning. They were gibberish. I couldn't understand what the hell I was text or what the hell I was trying to text them. One of them was I'm here at the house, which was at like 1:30 a.m. and I didn't get to his house until like 3. So I guess I thought I was close to his house, and initially I wasn't. Another thing that happened, throughout the hour and a half that I, walked, I actually fell on the side of my I guess on my left side, and I kind of scraped a little bit my forearm, like the side of my forearm, and for like the next 2 to 3 days, I was pretty sore, and it could have been a lot worse though. I could have tripped, fallen face first, broken my nose, something like that. But after that, I found the taxi. I gave him the directions to my friend's house, and that's when I realized that I had walked a couple miles for however long it was, an hour and a half. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but yeah, that happens. And that's definitely a lesson learned. um, Either leave the club with my friends or just give them a heads up, just wait outside of the club. But these are just like rare instances where I I get that drunk. I hate those nights. You don't need to get that drunk to have fun. Normally, we go out and everything goes really well. But these were just two failure of nights. And, like I said, I definitely learned my lesson. But that's going to be the end of these two stories. I'll try to do more consistently. And because I do have a good amount of stories, it just depends which ones I actually want to tell here. But that's going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later.